여러분 안녕히 계세요. 제 이름은 북극곰 쪽에 있습니다. 지금 날씨가 좀 이쁘다. 근데 여기 주 왔습니다. Asheboro에서 Zoo. Hello everyone, it's me Arctic Bear. Welcome back to my channel. Here back at the zoo. Zoo에서 왔습니다. 반갑습니다. 여러분, 이런 바다, 야, 얼마나 위험한데. 이거는 생각해봐. 이건 정말 위험하다, 진짜로. 야, 그래서 북극곰은 최고. 생각해보면, 야, 나는 북극곰잖아. 그래서, 에? 와. They're playing right now, so they're not really fighting, they're just playing. It gives you an idea. Just imagine you have this monstrous yet rather harmonious creature on earth. What a word. And right here, ready to play with you. How does that sound? Yeah. Imagine that. What a creature. This again gives you an idea just how deadly these guys are. Oh, not deadly. No, they're not deadly. They're absolutely gentle. Look at them. Look at them. You see? They're gentle. Right? I could survive that. Right? I'm a polar bear myself. Why not? 야, 그리고 이 아이스케이프. 근데 여기는 하나도 안 추워. 근데 저기다. 잠깐만. 찾았다. 에나나. 야, 찾았다. 좀 잔다. 근데 좀 잔다. 바지 지금. You can see her, right? 조용히 해자 우리. 와. 근데 야, 역시 최고다. 근데 자. 아이고 안녕 친구. 좀 잔다. 좀 자다. 좀 자. 아이고. 아나나 찾았다. 와, 나는 생각하는 애나나 안 찾아갔던 생각했어. 그럼 우리 좀 조용히 하자. 좀 자고. 응? 오케이. 아이고 친구. 아이고. 바이바이. Hey guys, it's me Arctic Bear. Sorry about cutting to this photo here. I was supposed to show you more of the polar bear exhibit at the zoo, but unfortunately that didn't happen because there was my camera was wonky and I don't know what was going on. So I'm just nah, I'm not doing with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you the 4 polar bears here that I found in my cloud device. And I'm just gonna use this. I'm so sorry guys, I really am. Bear with me. Me being Arctic Bear myself. So we're gonna give you I'm just gonna have to state fun facts about them while you're staring at 4 images of polar bears. Okay, so first and foremost, they have different names, right? The Arctic bear, sea bear, ice bear, and polar bear. All right, named Arctic bear like me. Reason being is because they're from the Arctic. Okay, they're in the north. You're not gonna find them in the south. You can also call them the northern bear because they're up north towards the North Sea or above North Sea, but nonetheless, it's just not common to call them that. Then again, it's not really common to call them sea bear, ice bear, right? We call them polar bear because it's the most common name for him. Now, again, they have what facts you need to know about them is, or you don't have to know about them, but I'm just going to throw them out anyways. They have a bite force of 1,500 to 1,800 psi, right? I mean, you're looking, if you're ever gonna, there's good reasons why you should always stay a distance away. I mean, Usain Bolt, the world's fastest runner, can run up to 40 miles per hour. These guys Glock 60, so you're not beating them, okay? I mean, if they really want to get you, and they will, trust me. If it's in that period of time where they want you as their dinner on their dinner menu, then they'll get you. I promise. Okay, it's not like if they're locked on you, they're locked on you. It's locked on target. It's like a missile. They're like a heat seeker. They will come get you. Okay. no matter where you run. They have a lot of fat, but they also have a lot of muscle, and so don't be fooled when you look at them and you think they're just fat bears. They're not. A lot of their muscle is stored underneath their skin. A lot of that muscle is kind of hidden underneath that fat. So if they need to, if they're if they have to defend their territory, or if the mom has to defend her young, then what she's gonna do is she's gonna actually release appropriate amount of fat to muscle ratio. It's like almost a perfect blend. And what she'll do is, depending on the threat, she will utilize the amount of muscle she needs to handle that threat, okay? So for someone like you, she really doesn't have to try that hard, okay? She really doesn't. Some polar bears will do, depends on their aggressive state. If they are very aggressive, especially if it's mating season, oh yeah, you know it. They're out for the kill, okay? It's just gonna happen. There's a reason why when you see research biologists, they're gonna stand a good distance away from these bears, and that's for very good reason. You've heard the phrase, if it's white, good night. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. There's a reason that exists, okay? Hence, the polar bears are the white ones, all right? And if they see you, and if you're a good distance away, they won't target you, they won't kill you, they won't chase you, because it's just there's no reason for them to do so unless they're desperate. But even if they're desperate, they're not gonna try to chase you, because they're either too weak or they're just it's just not, you're just an easy kill for them. You know what I mean? Don't take that as a grain of salt. Nonetheless, cool guys, right? There's a reason why they're my favorite. They're just this big fluffy marshmallow. That's all I see them. Well, not really, but I mean, they're just so cool, and they're fantastic creatures, right? They play a critical role in actually keeping a relatively stable environment up in the northern region, in the Arctic hemisphere, right, in the Arctic zone. So hence that's why polar bears we need polar bears, because they're able, it's not just they can hold on to a stable economy. It's been a day. Hold on to a stable environment up in the north. It's because they also play significant factors in keeping those polar ice caps intact, surprisingly enough. And there are various scientists are still doing research on that. It's just fascinating, isn't it? But nonetheless, though, there's a little bit of information of polar bears. Arctic bear, sea bear, ice bear, how you like to call them. I'm Arctic bear. These are my guys. These are my people right here. These are mine. All right. There's a movie called The Golden Compass. You've probably heard that film. That's where these guys come in, right? That's where these guys come into play. Here's my cursor. There we go. I thought you disappeared. Better not. But these guys, this is the main villain. This is the main good guy, Eeyore. There's a scene, and the reason why I love the Golden Compass is because there's a fight scene in the end where the polar bears were fighting each other. Remember? That's how the polar bears. It's actually pretty realistic. In the Golden Compass, they actually depicted how polar bears fight quite well. And yes, it's highly aggressive. It's like you versus a tank. Who do you think is gonna win? Be honest. You with just a pistol in your hand versus a full-on T-90 or K2 Black Panther. Who's gonna win? Right? So it's kind of the same idea with this one here. The fight scene between Yorick and I forgot this guy's name, but the main villain here. And eventually there's a scene where Yorick just breaks this guy's jaw off, right, with just one swipe of his paw. That's actually exactly how it went. Okay, that is how a polar bear can kill. I'm not even joking. They're that strong. They're so strong they can actually rip another polar bear's jaw off, even though their jaw can deliver a devastating blow of 1500 to 1800 psi. But still, fascinating to know about that, right? So just gives you a fun fact of polar bears, just for your entertainment. Oh, and by the way, remember there was a scene where I was supposed to show Anana, the polar bear, at the zoo? Well, there she is. She's zoomed in version, so you get to see her now. Look at her. amazing, right? She just sleeps there. She was definitely bothered by the people here at the zoo. I could tell there were people there, running their mouths, and you could tell she was definitely bothered. She thought it was coming from me, so I hope nonetheless, yeah. I try to keep quiet as much as I can, and but yeah, there she is, and she's not active. It's because she's hibernating. So it's kind of sad that polar bears, they like to keep to themselves a lot. So whenever they're trying to sleep, they don't want to be seen while they're sleeping. Well, guess what? We're watching her sleep, and I bet she's pretty uncomfortable with that. At first, she's probably uncomfortable. Now she got used to it. But nonetheless, though, there you have it. So there's your daily dose of polar bears. All right. Sorry about that once again. We'll cut back to the let's get back to the zoo videos. By the way, you will probably see me do more voiceovers because my mic died almost halfway through the videos, almost. So a little nerve wracking, and definitely getting under my skin. But not much I can do from there. So take care and see you, and let's continue the video.